Hey everyone, I'm Justin. Welcome back to my shop. In the last video, we got the box all closed on the first ukulele, and this time we are going to be moving on to the fretboard and the neck. I've moved things around a little bit in the shop since the last video. I had a workbench that was over there, brought over here, and it's a hot mess. I'm trying to clean it up, but you'll see that back there from now on. The first step that I'm going to be doing is doing the side dots on the fretboard. So I need to get the drill press up here and we'll get going on it. So to mark where these side dots go, it's really difficult to measure the center. So there's an easy trick where we'll just draw an X where those need to be, and then we'll lightly use an awl where the center is. And there's the holes. That worked pretty good. We'll make sure the dowel fits and get it glued in. So I got the side dots in, and now we're going to start cutting the fret wire to go in the fretboard. I'm going to be measuring it out and cutting it, and then we'll get them in. And there it is. First ever fret install. It went great. There was a couple that needed a little extra, persuading to get seated, but all in all, I think that went real well for the first time ever doing it. I think these ends are pretty long. I probably should have trimmed them a little shorter, but first time ever doing it, I definitely wanted to make sure I had enough play, and enough on there. So I think it went great. I'm excited. And we'll move on to the next step of getting those fret ends filed down. All right, I forgot before I file these off, I need to get the frets glued in. And the first step with that is to apply a little wax so that it does not seep into the board. And I'm just using some paste wax here. Okay. Okay. All right, I got the frets successfully glued in. It's had some time to dry and got it clamped here. I really need to make some calls. I just have pretty light pressure and these clamps have some feed on them and I'm making sure I'm just on top of the frets, so hopefully no damage being done. Definitely need to make some calls. I'm glad the wax is on here to protect it, but man, it makes a mess. Anyway, so now we're gonna work on this overhang and it's just gonna be a lot of filing. Using my fingers as a guide here against this block underneath. I have it just perfectly flush for the fretboard against here. And once we get it flush, then we'll bevel it a little bit. So we'll do some filing. Now that our frets are all in, the next step is to measure the holes from the neck and transfer them to the body and get them drilled. So we will do that next. All right, I have my marks transferred and I already just by hand, just used the drill bit by hand to get those started. I got the body clamped up here and I verified with my small level that I'm level this way and that way. And I'm gonna do my very best to drill this level as well. Drill bit marked off at 5/8 of an inch. We'll just go slow and do the best we can do here. So I'm not sure if you can see or not. I'm just the slightest bit off. I'm like, I don't know, a 32nd of an inch off, where the neck is too far this direction on the body, and the top is a little bit proud of the neck. So when the fretboard comes over, it's going to have like a speed bump to go over, which we don't want. So I think what I need to do is, on the holes I drilled in the body, I'm just going to file both of them on this side of the hole a little bit, so that the neck can come up this direction and be flush with the top. Like I said, it's only like, I don't know, 32nd of an inch about. It doesn't even look like it's a 16th. Maybe 3/64. So I got the holes in the body fixed where the neck attaches. So now the neck is flush with the top. So that's good. That took a little bit. And now we are ready to glue on the fretboard. I've already mocked this up in a dry run once off camera. And I've marked here with a pencil line where the net goes. And we then have our spot where the fretboard's going to get glued to right there. And like I said, I've already done a dry run, so we're going to go ahead and glue it up. And I feel like throughout this project, I've had some challenges with the amount of glue I use. I feel like I've used too much a lot of the time. And I'm trying to be real cognizant of just having, you know, a thin, complete layer over my gluing surface. Sometimes easier said than done. I'm sure it'll just come with more experience. As close to that line as I can. Sure slides around a lot more once you get the glue on it. Yeah, see, I already got a bunch of squeeze out. See, once again, I feel like this is too much glue. Although I suppose, even though it's a pain in the butt to clean it up, at least I know there's enough on there and I won't have a starved joint, so at least I know fretboard's not coming off, which I suppose is the better problem to have. And when I did the top and back, I had a little bit of a hard time with that rubber band wanting to stay. All right, we'll let it dry. We'll come back and see how it is. All right, it's been about 45 minutes and I'm excited to see how it did. Definitely got some squeeze out to clean up, but that's all right. I think we look pretty good. I don't see any gaps. My line's right on. It feels flush. Just get that glue cleaned up. So I'm real happy with how this turned out. I got the glue cleaned off a bit here on the sides, and I think the fretboard glued on real good. I don't see any gaps. And it's nice and straight, nice and square. Let me get my dowels here real quick, just so it seats in the body so I can show you. Right in like that. And I'm pretty pleased. I think there'll definitely be some, neck adjustment to come later. It does appear to have some forward bow on it, which, the strings won't buzz, but it'll be very high action. We'll see if there's a way in this kit that it says to correct that or not. But that's where we're going to leave it off for this one. I'm real happy. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.